Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. This is You Don't Scare Me. We're going to be debunking some more ghost videos. Let's get into it.
Amigos, tengo rato que escuché que me tocaron la puerta, pero yo pensé que era el señor que me renta. Pero no hay nadie. Estoy solo y estoy viendo una película, pero algo como que me están tocando otra vez. No sé quién sea, tengo miedo de ir. Pero no se ve nadie.
All right, listen to me. All the rattling and everything you're hearing sounds like it's being played out of a phone speaker. It's not actually being rattled in person. Second off, I know that you started recording because you thought you heard somebody knock, but you have a cell phone that's on the table that you're watching your TV with, and you got another cell phone. It's not weird. It's okay. It has an explanation. It's just weird to me specifically. That's fine. Many people have multiple cell phones. I only replace my phone when my wife breaks hers, so I give her my phone and I get the new one because she's not technologically advanced. She is, but she's not like, she doesn't need the newest thing. But if there's a reason for me to get the newest thing, then anyways, the sounds have all been played through a speaker. Those aren't being recorded live on the speaker, on the microphone of the actual phone. They're being played from another speaker that's being picked up on the cell phone. So we can basically disregard the entire video based on that alone. Was that a pigeon?
No sé. Creo que tendré que dejar así porque yo no sé nada sobre ese tipo de cosas. La verdad sí tengo miedo de todo esto que está pasando ahorita porque no sé cómo hacerle. ¿Qué hacer?
Honestly, I don't really have an explanation for that. That's just crazy.
Algo raro. No sé qué está pasando realmente. Esto no tenía por qué haberse movido. ¿Quién eres? ¿Qué quieres?
I will say I found it rather suspicious that the cup was in frame. He was pointing his camera at a very strange angle. Like if the knocking is at the door, you'd think that he would position the camera directly at the door, but in the scene where the red cup does fly away, he's not aimed at the door at all. The door is not even slightly in view. It's specifically the angle to show the red cup, so I think that's a little suspicious.
Plebes, son las 3 de la mañana, plebes. Escuché el ruido, plebes. ¿Hay alguien en la pura puerta de mi cuarto, plebes? No sé quién demonios sea, pero me está dando mucho miedo, plebes. Quise marcar a mi familia. El teléfono me sonaba como si no estuviera en línea. Espero tu Padre que estás en el cielo. Plebe. Se está mandando mi calentadora, plebe. No.
The radiator crawled.
Of course, the video cuts out that quick. It's not being pulled towards him, it's being pushed towards him through that open door behind it. Somebody's lying on the ground with a broom or something, and they're just pushing the back of it. That's why it moves one way and then the other way, because they readjusted the broom to get a more centered push.
Se han estado escuchando ruidos en toda la casa y de alguna forma no sé si estoy tratando de decirme algo de una forma más directa. Se escucha más aquí en la sala y en la recámara he tratado de dejar harina también en la sala, en las sillas, en todos lados porque ha habido más movimiento. Pero las campanas ya... ¡Ay, cabrón! Esto también es lo que quería decir, o sea, Googie ha estado cambiando de posición en toda la recámara y pues no sé a qué se deba. Solo ocurre en la recámara. Esto también ha estado sucediendo y dejé un poco de harina en lo que es el asiento pero no logro distinguir mucho. Voy a tratar de leer esta misma hoja con más calma en otro momento. Y bueno, pues murmullo, chica. Me cerraron la ventana. Pero aquí se escuchan los murmullos y al ver, no pienso abrir la puerta en esta ocasión. Definitivamente no.
One of the possibilities that I think was that he had the camera in his left hand. He enters the room holding the camera like this, and then he transfers the camera to his left hand, so that frees his right hand to grab the bear from the chair as he pans the camera back around this way. I think he picked up the bear, or maybe... I think he picked up the bear, and then as he goes to the door, because he aimed the camera at the door specifically as he was leaving, he didn't aim it at the threshold like a normal person would. So he must have somehow grabbed the bear from the chair and then tossed it towards the closet as he was leaving. And then with the same hand, as he moved towards the chimes, he reached back and he pulled the door so that it would be mostly closed. The window was open because he said they closed the window, so that implies that the window was open at some point, which means that the vacuum pressure of the window being open and wind blowing past the window would have pulled the door the rest of the way closed behind him. It would also explain why the chimes are going on, like why you're hearing the chimes. The book page fluttered because of the wind. The only thing that I can't really understand is how the chair moved out the way it did.
It's like 11 p.m. I just got out of the shower, about ready to go to bed, and this keeps going off. That's the motion detector in the crawl space. I am scared to death to watch the footage from the camera down there. But we gotta do it.
Odds are it's a raccoon. Also, fisheye lens? Really? Really?
And so, we need to go down there.
Why do you have a camera in your crawl space?
This is the last thing that I want to do, but I don't really have a choice. Okay, right over there is where...
This isn't a first-person shooter, man. This is a cinematography. That's all I gotta say. Cinematography.
So the thing... What's that?
Oh yeah, real danger. Let's just gently set my expensive camera down and then hop out. Bro, something is moving around down there. It looks like it wants to kill you. Toss the camera. It's worth less than your life. The fact that you place the camera down just like that leads me to believe that you put a kitten down there or something. This guy is a filmmaker, not a ghost hunter. Nothing paranormal is happening in here. This is quite literally from the beginning to the end a theatrical performance, and I like it. Oh, unfortunately, that's all there is. Good job, good work. That was a really neat video. Not entirely sure how he did the hatch thing. I'm sure that somebody was probably just underneath and just pushed it up, and it doesn't matter. It was a good thing. You know, it's like an indie film, you know what I mean? It wasn't an actual ghost video. It was just a theatrical performance, you know, for the sake of making a scary video. I don't think there's any part of this that I don't think he's attempting to tell people that he has proof of ghosts. I think this was a bit. This was like a video. Perfect camera placements, making sure the camera was always in the correct spot to capture exactly what he wanted to capture. People who are in a moment where things are happening live in front of them, they're not that coordinated, especially when something literally physically lifts you like that. You know what I mean? There would be panic and fury, not this like orchestrated, choreographed movement. So I don't think he's intending to make this be a paranormal video, like evidence of paranormal. I think it's a theatrical performance, and in that he did a great job. It was cool. I liked it. Well, okay, so being in an empty building is already a kind of creepy, liminal kind of experience. You believe that there, like, you get the vibe that there should be people around you, but there isn't anybody around you. So you kind of end up having like a kind of quasi, I feel like I'm trespassing kind of feeling. So that's already kind of creepy. The sound that you heard in the video in the room, to me, it didn't really sound like a moan, but more like a CPAP machine or somebody just going, you know what I mean? Which you could do that sound yourself. I'm assuming based on the hands that this is a female who's recording this. I did see that there was somebody at the end of the hallway, but I couldn't decide on whether that was a mirror or whether it was an actual other person who was standing there at the end. I would lean more to the mirror aspect. However, I find it a little bit strange that the elevators that are normally situated towards the center of the building would be more towards the corner of the building. So having a terminal wall at the end seems a little strange to me. If you're exiting, there are two elevators, right? So if you're exiting the space, two elevators to go to one single office room seems a little strange to me. So part of me wants to believe that's a hallway and there was actually somebody standing at the end of it. The lights going out, she turned on the lights as she came in the room, so the lights going out at that time wasn't surprising because she was standing right next to the light switch. So as she left the room, I believe that we did see somebody at the end of the hallway, or it was a mirror. Either way, if there was nobody there, then it wouldn't be that hard to just add the audio of somebody running in after the fact, before you upload the video. So with all that, I don't think anything paranormal is going on in this. I think it's just a creepy building because it's empty and dark. Also, why do all the doors squeak that much? It looks like a brand new building.
Mommy. Love you. Love you, baby.
I think that what we're seeing here is the Bernoulli principle in action. So you see that there are candles at the front of the room. Those candles are generating a lot of heat, which is creating an updraft or like a high pressure system in the front of the room. And then the cooler air that's more centralized, localized towards the center due to the doorway that's at the end. The doors are closed, but there is an air gap around it that cool air from outside might be being sucked through, that's carrying the balloon towards the back of the room. And because the lady who's here is wearing like a sweater, it's possible that she might have also been generating, it might be some sort of wool fabric. This is a little bit of an extra little bit to try to assume things. The static electricity that she might be generating based on the movement of her clothing might have drawn the balloon kind of towards her in a little way, and then the string got tangled up in whatever purse or something that she's carrying with her. And the reason why the balloon keeps knocking over her shoulder is simply just because the cool air is blowing the balloon and the hot air at the front of the room is creating a cyclonic effect that's kind of dragging the balloon in a big circle around the room. It is the Bernoulli principle in it is what it is. I don't fault the person for feeling some form of comfort from the balloon, kind of. If you get meaning and it comforts you, then all the power to you. But from a theoretical, like from an actual, like, logical standpoint, we're looking at the Bernoulli principle. If you are curious about it, you can always Google it. There's plenty of resources online to learn more about it, and it's incredibly fascinating, and it describes every video with a balloon in it. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider hitting the subscribe button and like the video. Share it with your friends, and if you feel so inclined to go to our channel and check out more of our videos, I'm Nick. My videos are on Nick's playlist, but my brother Karis also uploads every Friday. With that, I think I'll let you go. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.